I'll take them. Welcome, everyone. Today we'll be fulfilling a time-honored tradition of the Rotary Club of Kent. I've always believed and stated that we honor the past, but adapt to the present. Who knew in July 2019 that we would have such a vivid example of this mantra, presenting this induction via video at a Zoom meeting? There was no audience present, but we know you, our club members, are here in the spirit of Kent Rotary. And we know you're watching this today at our Zoom meeting. When the board and I met last June in my rec room, our challenge was to make our club a little more flexible, a little more accessible, a little more energetic, and a little more recognizable in the community. I believe our board and our committees, as well as our foundation board, met those challenges under the most extraordinary circumstances. But there is a third leg to this mantra for organizational health and vitality, and that's planning for the future. As undefined as it may be, there is going to be a future for Kent Rotary. And I'm here to say that our future will be in great hands as Randy Smith assumes the office of president for the Rotary year 2020-21. Randy was raised in Kent and has been a 36-year member of Rotary. This year he has distinguished himself and impacted our club in so many ways that I'd like to have you allow me to mention just a few. Randy helped lead the conversation and define necessary bylaw revisions that our club approved to better align with district and international guidelines. Randy formulated the committee for our 100th year celebration, overseeing the defining of tasks and creating timelines for completion. Obviously, we've had to delay that because of the COVID-19 issues. As he has done in the past, he has also been an integral part of our Rotary Foundation auction committee, having his hand in all major decisions pertaining to this event. Randy was a driving force in our ad hoc Ways and Means Committee chaired by Dave Summers, working with Chaz Medano, Roger Kramer, and David McKean, serving as members of the committee, which culminated in a design for budget building that all subsequent club presidents and boards will use in the future, as well as helping to bridge communications between the Rotary Board and the Kent Foundation Board. There is so much more, but on a personal note, I cannot thank him enough for his encouragement, his quiet counsel, his leadership when called upon, his friendship, and his willingness to roll with some of my, let's just call them idiosyncrasies, as the year unfolded. Therefore, it is a distinct honor to say, Dr. Randy Smith, you've been selected by the members of the Rotary Club to guide its affairs during the coming year. You have been entrusted with an important responsibility that will help shape our club's future, and it is an expression of their confidence in your leadership. So would you please join me at the podium at this time? Please repeat after me. I, Randy Smith, do solemnly swear.
I, Randy Smith, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Rotary Club of Kent.
that I will faithfully execute the office of the Rotary Club of Kent.
And that I will, to the best of my ability,
To the best of my ability,
give support and assistance to the District Governor and to Rotary International.
give support and assistance to the District Governor and Rotary International.
And that I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of our club.
And I will uphold the Constitution and the bylaws of our club.
I hereby declare the new president installed and present Randy with the gavel as a symbol of the transfer of the administration of our club, along with the Rotary President's Pin from 1941. I was told by the president who inducted me that if I did not have this pin on this day, that I should go and probably jump off a bridge, because it's been in our club, every president from 1941 on subsequent. So, thank you. And here's your pin. Guard it with your life.
Thank you.
I hereby declare the president installed, and I enable him his first duty, and that's the induction of the Rotary Club officers and directors for the coming year. President Randy, the podium is yours.
Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Board of Officers for the Kent Rotary 2020-2021 year. First is President-elect Kathy Myers, who's been a Rotary Club member of Kent for 10 years. I'm going to pass on to President-elect Finn, which became a tradition last year. Next, I'm going to introduce David Myers, a 12-year Rotarian, who's going to be our program director for this coming year. Justin Gates, who's been a member of Rotary for 6 years, is going to be our secretary. He was unable to be here tonight. Also, Matthew Carter, who's been a Rotarian for 3 years, is going to be our treasurer, and he is not here tonight either. And then David McKean, who's been a Rotarian for the last year, who's going to be in charge of our membership committee, is not here as well. Finally, Todd Kamenish, who's been a member of Kent Rotary for 5 years, will be our director for service projects. Curtis Stump, who's been a member for 4 years, will be in charge of our club outreach. And finally, Roger Kramer, a 34-year Rotarian, will be in charge of club administration this coming year. Now, for the oath of office. Officers and directors, you have been elected to the important positions in administration of the Rotary Club of Kent. This is an indication of your fellow Rotarians' esteem and confidence in all of you. They also believe you will uphold the high traditions of your club that you will give the best of your executive ability to the furtherance of the interests of your club, and you will carry forward the object of Rotary. Will you fulfill the responsibilities of your offices to the best of your ability in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of this club?
I will.
Thank you all for serving. Now my pleasure to say a few words. Certainly wasn't expecting those accolades from our past president, Roger Sidoti, but I'd like to say a few words on his behalf. Let me just say that I found him to be an incredible mentor, and I'm hoping that he will continue that as I begin my year. I'm sure he will. He's created some big shoes to fill. He's a big guy already, but with the programs that he's instituted and the things he's done this last year, it's going to be tough to measure up to his standards. As he's already alluded to, he's been able to redefine the committee assignment responsibilities for the last year. He's created a new Ways and Means Committee to assist the club going forward, both with fundraising and with budgeting. He's developed a much closer connection and working relationship with the Rotary Kent Foundation. And he's developed a transparency in our club finances that I hope to be able to continue in the coming year. He truly has given his time and his resources over the last year. And I think he is the epitome of service above self. At this point in time, I'm going to call forward Larry Lohman, our past president, and our district governor nominee. Larry?
Thank you very much, Randy, President Randy. Past President Roger Sidoti. It's been a pleasure over the last 6 years being able to serve on this board. It's with all the help that we get from our club, it's just overwhelming. There's a lot of things that we've done over the past few years we need to move forward on, and I look forward very much to seeing what Randy can do this year, as I was excited for Roger to do this last year. not disappointed. So I do have a few accommodations from the district. Over the past 3 years, David Hansford has served on the board of directors for the district, and he is rotating off this year. So I'd like everybody to give David a hand and thank him for his service, not only on the board of directors, but he's also been a member of the district conference committee for many years and continues to do that for us. Without him, our district conference really would not hold. So if you could please give David a Also, as I step into the district governor-elect position starting July 1, I have to step down on all committees as a board member. The main committee that I've served on now for 8 years is the grants committee. Taking my place will be a very good candidate from this club. That will be Sean Gordon. So if everybody could, as well as you see Sean, thank her for her commitments. This is a 3-year commitment. And it does a lot of great things. It's what brings all our grants to our local communities, as well as to the global grants with like our water buckets from our club here. So I very much appreciate Sean stepping up and filling my shoes on that grants committee. I'm sure she's done great things. Thank you very much. This past year, was a difficult year. We weren't able to fulfill for the people. We weren't able to have our district conference in person. We weren't able to have our All Ohio Pets training for our president-elects. We did set up Zoom meetings to train our president-elects afterwards through the help of our ADs. Another big one for us here in the city council was we were not able to host the 4-way speech contest this year. And Will Underwood and his committee worked so hard on that over the last year. And I look forward to Will and his committee again working on that for this next year. And hopefully we'll be able to meet in person, have our youth out there giving the great speeches, and once again, being in person. So thank you, Will, and the 4-way speech. And one final thing, I'll leave you with this, as it has been, I've left you every year so far that I've been on this board, is the Grow for Good event should be happening in 347 days. Thank you.
I do have another piece of business to take care of. If Past President Sidoti could come forward for a moment. We've got the traditional plaque we give to our presidents every year, plus he gets his past president pen. Thank you. I wish I could shake your hand and these move in here a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I think that. Elbow. I would also be remiss that even though Roger said there wasn't anybody in the audience, my wife Susan was here, my daughter Megan and her husband Matt, and my grandkids Steph and Sloan were here as well. Should come down for this. At this time, we're going to change the banner. Roger is the outgoing banner, and this is the new banner for this Rotary year. The message is opening doors, and I have pens here for everybody. I'll give them to the officers tonight, and the next time we meet in person, all of you will get a pen as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap.